Taking this commission was truly the worst decision ever. Oh, hey. I wasn't expecting to run into you here. Yes, art shouldn't be self-indulgent entertainment. Let's say that I built a house for someone. If they don't like the problem is that it can be very difficult to get validated by others. Thanks for offering, but you've seen. He understands nothing about my design. And all the suggestions he made were as if he just wanted to mock me. Okay, it is possible that I was just jaded by my Well, given I'm already on my 6th draft, I can probably push myself to make a 7th. There's no time to waste. The one...
A bitter pill to swallow.
Kaveh?
I've changed my mind.
My apologies as well. Now that I think about it, some of my requests were indeed a bit... If I choose you to create the design...
Thank you for understanding. To be perfectly honest, your commission request has been the most peculiar one I've ever received. Even now, I still know nothing about the building's intended purpose. All I know is that you want to build something in the desert for public use. I am aware that overly specific requests will restrain the architect's artistic freedom. However, knowing nothing about the intended purpose of the building also means I have no idea. I've produced several draft proposals for you to choose from, and you've rejected every single one. If we don't get on the same page...
Yes, I've given this some thought already. I think it's just...
Just what?
Putting the building design aside, can we get some less expensive materials for the floor tiles? Yeah, I know someone in the business and the timber here as well. We should...
Please give me a moment. So, let me get this straight. You want to reduce the cost of the project, right? But if we implement your suggestions, then I'm afraid we have to scrap the entire design. Architectural design cannot be neatly split. Same with the tiles. Switch them out and the entire mural will have to be redesigned. More importantly, if we make if all you need is a building with a roof that can keep people dry in the rain...
Actually, Please tell me.
I think the most important thing for me is to understand what you would actually like to get.
I want to build something unique, something quiet. I want all who enter this building to be able to...
That's a bit more information than last time, but it's still extremely vague. To put it another way, we've gone through many proposals, and this draft is already the cheapest one. Cutting costs by
Thank you for giving it so. I still have a few business meetings that I must attend, so.
I also have a similar feeling. Is that really okay? I mean, he does seem really suspicious, though. He dresses like a rich person. That's actually pretty common. Not all rich people are spendthrifts. The more mora some people have, the more they love interfering with people's lives. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm not even sure this person really wants to work on this. Who knows how long construction will take? Huh? Where did he go? I could have sworn he went this way. Let's keep looking. Oh, hey, look! Isn't that Badawi? It sure looks like him. But he's dressed completely different now. What is he up?
Didn't I tell you before? I'm not looking for more workers. Plus, aren't you a bit old for physical labor? If something happens to you, I won't.
Oh, you won't have to worry about that. I grew up as an eremite mercenary and worked in the desert my entire life. I don't have many talents, but I still have my muscle. If you need...
You used to be an eremite mercenary?
I know there are a lot of bad apples in our ranks, but most are just trying to make a living.
I'm sorry, but I still can't take you in. I don't have any open positions right now, and don't have the mora for anything more.
Okay.
He used to be a member of the Eremites? Huh. We meet again.
Huh? Why are you
That's what we wanted to ask you. Who are you? Why did you dress up like a merchant to talk to... There's no need for us to continue this project if you still want to keep hiding things from us.
Believe me, I didn't have any All right, there's no point hiding anything anymore. The building I'm trying to commission you for is not really a personal residence for me, but rather a library for children.
A library? Funded entirely by yourself? Shouldn't this be the responsibility of the academia? I've heard that the academia will be looking to prioritize the desert with the allocation of educational resources and materials.
You're right, and I was aware of these happenings as well. The desert is too vast, even if the... And what's more, I don't know if the academia would... All I know is that as a desert dweller, I don't have much longer left on this world. So I just want to use whatever time I have to contribute something to my homeland. I didn't want you to know that I came from the desert. I've lived in the desert.
To the point that you even disguised your identity?
When I first came to Sumeru City, I brought a lot of mora, hoping to find an architect that I could work. Someone agreed to take on the project, and even took a sum of mora from me. But then, after that, I heard that there are a lot of untrustworthy people in this business. Some would run as soon as they've been paid, while others would deliberately use... I spent a while collecting information in the city, and eventually learned that you're the most famous architect. By the way, how did you know I was scammed?
Just a hunch. A while ago, I accepted an offer to work on a project in the desert. I ran into someone who was living in a pretty run-down house. I noticed a load. He said that he had no way to pay for it, so I loaned him some of my own mora, and told him to get some stuff. And after that, he even borrowed mora from me twice more, using a... According to him, I looked like an easy target because I was an academia scholar who didn't have any family or friends in the desert.
Those kinds of things do happen every once in a while.
It's all right. You were also... Ultimately, neither of our experiences had anything to do with the desert. Yeah, you'll find both good and bad people Anyway, I digress. Let's return to the topic at hand. Did you keep rejecting my designs because you thought I was
That's what I was afraid of initially, yes. I've done the math and know that we should be able to make it if we cut some corners. However, after our conversations, I can see that you're passionate about your design. So, I decided to try and see if I can afford your proposal as is. I've been looking for work every day.
By cobbled together, you mean you're going to spend your entire life...
To be honest, I haven't really thought about that. All I want is to build this library before I leave this. A while ago, I heard that the academia had decided to recruit a number of I know the desert life, and can predict what the problems will be. So even if the academia would take them in, once they enter...
Yes, my father passed away at an early age. Even though I had a good number of friends during my year, I'm sure a child coming all the way from the desert will have an... But let's bring this back to the building itself. I think building it according to the current plan will be quite costly. Even if I don't charge you any commission fees, I don't think we'd be able to keep it under your budget. Any ideas? A slightly different style. Most architects would probably prioritize cutting costs and removing extra features in this situation. Indeed, converting the building into a simple bungalow would solve most of our problems. However, while it's true that the aesthetic value of a building is often viewed as an afterthought, neglecting it has some long-term negative consequences. To completely give up on the more aesthetic design would mean stripping the children of an opportunity to... However, if we can reduce the ornate aspects of the design while maintaining its fundamental elegance, which is to say we won't touch the arches and stone pillar, to make up for the loss of regular details, we would need to put a lot of extra effort into the...
I see. Would that really be okay?
It just increases the difficulty of the design. You should feel lucky that out of all the architects in the city, as for inspiration, I think I might have something in mind, but I'd need to visit the site to make...
Aru Village. Although it wasn't my childhood...
Okay, then we can pay a visit to Aru...
Is there something I can do for you? I've already caused you a lot of trouble before, and now you're revising the design again because of me. Which draft are we even on now? It's making me feel terribly guilty.
Let me think. You said you used to be an Eremite mercenary, right? We want to keep the roads clear, and reduce the loss of materials during transport to a minimum.
All right, just leave it to me.
What are you waiting for, then? Let's pack up and get ready to go.
Fresh fruits and veggies, both quantity and quality.